ॐ पृथिव्यन्तरिक्षं द्यौर्दिशो वान्तरदिशाः अग्निर्वायुरादित्यश्चन्द्रमा नक्षत्राणि आप ओषधयो वनस्पतय आकाश आत्मा इत्यधिभूतम् अथाध्यात्मम् प्राणो व्यानो पान उदानः समानः चक्षुश्रोत्रं मनोवाक्त्वक् चर्ममागः सग्गस्नावास्थिमज्जा एतदधिविधाय ऋषिरवोचत पाङ्क्तं वा इदगं सर्वं पाङ्क्तेनैव पाङ्क्तग्गस्पृणोते ते ओमिति ब्रह्म ओमितीदगं सर्वं ओमित्येतदनुकृतिः स्म वा अप्यो श्रावयेत्याश्रावयन्ति ओमिति सामानि गायन्ति ओगं शोमिति शस्त्राणि शगं सन्ति ओमित्यध्वर्युः प्रतिगरं प्रतिगृणाति ओमिति ब्रह्मा प्रसौति ओमित्यग्निहोत्रमनुजानाति ओमिति ब्राह्मणः प्रवक्ष्यन्नाह ब्रह्मोपाप्नवानेति ब्रह्मैवोपाप्नोति ऋतं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च सत्यं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च तपश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च दमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च शमश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्नयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अग्निहोत्रं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च अतिथयश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च मानुषं च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजा च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजनश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च प्रजातिश्च स्वाध्याय प्रवचने च सत्यमिति सत्यवचाराथीतरः तप इति तपो नित्यः पौरुषिष्टिः स्वाध्याय प्रवचने एवेति नाको मौद्गल्यः तद्धितपस्तद्धितपः अहं वृक्षस्य रेरिव कीर्तिः पृष्ठं गिरेरिव ऊर्ध्वपवित्रो वाजिनीव स्वमृतमस्मि द्रविणगं सवर्चसं सुमेधा अमृतोक्षितः इति त्रिशङ्कोर्वेदानुवचनम्। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम अथ श्री कृष्ण यजुर्वेदांतर्गत तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद ओम यस्मात् जातं जगत् सर्वं यस्मिन्नेव प्रणीयते येनेदन्धार्यते चैव तस्मै ज्ञानात्मने नमः। यैरिमे गुरुवे पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्ववेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। तैत्तिरीयकसारस्य मयाचार्यप्रसादतः विस्पष्टार्थरचनां हि व्याख्येयं सम्प्रणीयते। शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ शन्नो मित्रः शं वरुणः शन्नो भवत्वर्यमा शन्न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शन्नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मावादिशं ऋतमवादिशं सत्यमवादिशं तन्मामावेत तद्वक्तारमावेत आवेन्माम् आवेद्वक्तारम्। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ द्वितीया ब्रह्मानन्दवल्ली शान्तिमन्त्रः ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहैः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ अथ षष्ठोऽनुवाकः। Chant it, the beautiful Anuvaka. It must be by hearted by all of us. Om asanneva sabhavate asad-brahmeti veda cheta asti brahmeti chedveda santamenantato viduride tasyaisha eva sharira atma yah purvasya athato nu prashnah uta vidvanamam lokam pretya कश्चन गच्छति आहो विद्वानमं लोकं प्रेत्य कश्चित् समश्नुता ओ शोकामयत बहुस्यां प्रजा येति सतपोतप्यत सतपस्तप्त्वा इदगं सर्वमसृजत यदिदं किञ्च तत्सृष्ट्वा तदेवानुप्राविशतो तदनुप्रविश्य सच्चत्यच्चाभवत् निरुक्तं च निलयनं च निलयनं च विज्ञानं च विज्ञानं च सत्यं चानृतं च सत्यमभवत् यदिदं किञ्च तत्सत्यमित्याचक्षते तदप्येष श्लोको भवति ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. Friends, salutations to Lord, to Parabrahma, to Shruti Mata. Let us salute all Rishimuni Guru Devata Parampara, Veda Vyasa, Vaishampayana, Yagnivalkya, Adi Shankaradi, all our Gurus. So, we are studying in Taittiriya Upanishad, Ditiya, Brahmananda Valli, 6th Anuvakam, which is so profound, so beautiful, giving us so much of very, very important required knowledge. At present, the discussion is Sokamayata, that we have seen. Bhashyam, that we have discussed. Prajayeya, that we have understood. Satapo tapyata, this we have analyzed. Satapastaptva idagam sarvamasujata yadidam kincha. Up to this we have seen. And now we have already started yesterday. Tat sruštva tadevanupravishatu. This is the sentence under discussion. Tat sruštva tadeva anupravishatu. When we heard yesterday, day before, how wonderful was all that knowledge, but it is not in our awareness. Maybe it may be little memory में, but awareness में नहीं है. So remembering this knowledge, being always aware of this knowledge is called as the meditation on the truth. Like in the Yoga Darshanam, Tajjapaha Tadartha Tadartha Anubhavanam, as it is said, Tadartha Bhavanam is said here also. This is what is the sadhana. Keep becoming aware of that knowledge, having properly remembered, before which properly analyzed, before which properly heard in the class. So what is Sokamayata? What is Bhashyam? What is Prajayeya? This Prajayeya is so important, it is. So then Satapotapyata, that also is very, very essential thing. The tapasya of Bhagavan is Jnanamayam. That pure consciousness, Bhagavan just thought only that let me become many or manifest out of me all the names and forms. For myself, it is a Leela. For all the Jivas, they are for their karma, upasana, sadhana, then karma phala, upasana phala, sadhana phala. With this, Bhagavan visualized, then he did not do any karma as a karta to get any phala. He just, in his vision only, the entire world as we see now, gross, subtle, causal, and individual and total, every one of them got expressed. How did they get expressed when we ask? Again, the other topic of Paramatma, his Maya, from that the Mahat Tattva, it is becoming Samishti Ahankara, that gets divided into three. Then from this Sattvic Ahankara, Devatas, Rajasic Ahankara, Antakarana, Indriyas, Prana, and from Tamasic Ahankara, the Tanmatras. They with mutual combination become Stula Panchamahabhuta, and they become the cause for entire gross world of names and forms. And into that gross world of names and forms, all the devatas, all the jnanendriya, karmendriya enter. Till that moment, all of that is jada only. Then into that, the Paramatma enters. Then everything becomes enlivened. So that is how the question, if it asked, that is said. And then it is so true a process that if someone is capable of thoroughly understanding this Srushti Prakara, then is able to reverse the laya prakara. Actually, he can see the laya happening from the grossest to the subtlest through the causal into the experience of exclusively pure Parabrahma and nothing other than Him. So the Srushti Prakriya helps some a category of sadhakas to reach to Paramatma by reversing the Srushti process with the Laya process, which in the 15th chapter of Bhagavatam, Ekadasha Skandha, we have seen how the Laya Prakriya se kar sakte hain. And this is how the great Rishi Muni have visualized. So the Maya Prakarana is not much brought in Vedanta in the Upanishads, though it is brought Indro Maya Bepurupayate etc. But here straight away said Bhagavan has done Sankalpa in that only. He has got Sankalpa Shakti, then Ichha Shakti, then Jnana Shakti, and then Kriya Shakti. Then all the inherent Rupa Nama he just got manifested because of those four, which is called as the Srushti. And none of that Srushti, Nama Rupa can be even an iota be without this substratum Parabrahma. Our drushti should not be on Rupanama, because of which we are in samsara so far. Our drushti on the substratum, the Parabrahma, with which, having discovered him as ourselves or one with us, no more will be as jiva suffering in samsara. याद रख लेना, दृष्टि किस पे है वो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है आध्यात्मिक साधना में. One is the process, second is consequence. Like I am doing japa. In the beginning, japa drushti is on the chanted mantra. Second is the meaning of the mantra. Third, through that japa, the full single pointedness to be achieved. So too, the upasana is the prakriya. In that, the drushti in the beginning is on the devatas. Thereafter, on all the prakriyas of the upasana, the shodashobhajara puja ityadi. But the consequence should be, is has our ahanta and mamata totally offered to the Lord or not? That is the purpose of the upasana. So to the yoga, yoga sadhana abhyasas we are doing. In that we know either the pranidhana abhyasa, pranidhana sadhana, or our upaya sadhana. But through them, is vritti nirodha happening or not, we have to see. So here also, a laya prakriya ke dwara, we can merge back. That's how the Srushti, as it is said here, is exactly the way it is so. If the Rishis and Shruti Mata has said, it must be like that. So tata sruštva, no. So kamayata bahusyam prajayeya satapo tapyata. So that prajayeya is, I want to get the children. Not like father to the sons, that once children are born, father is no more in them. No. The children born out of Parabrahma is permeated by Parabrahma only. So then Satapo Tapyata, then he did tapasya. The tapasya is what? How the Srushti Rachana has to be. Okay? Facilitating, catering to the need of entire Jivarashi for their survival, for their doing punya or papa karma according to their own samskara, and to get all that punya phala. How the world or worlds should be. That thought, that contemplation, that is called as tapotapyata of the Lord. So in that tapotapyata, he just said punya karma kar rahe hain, so let them go to urdhva lokas. Punya in a great quantity they are doing, let them go to swarga lok. Papa karma kar rahe hain, let them go to become animals. Papa karma too much kar rahe hain, they must go to the naraka. This naraka and swarga are the purifying places of the jiva of his papa and punya karma. They are exhausted. So let me make them. Then rising above punya papa, if the jivas do the adhyatmic sadhana, depending on the level of their maturity, the mahar, jano, tapo, satya lokas are made for them to enter. If someone is not doing punya papa and fully mature in the sadhana in one particular life only, so there and then itself, how to bless him with the atmanubhuti and the moksha. In this way, satapo tapyata. Satavas tattva, having done the davasya, idagam sarvam asrujata. This is what the entire world in front of us is being created by the Lord. And in the created world, the Lord also made the variety of the formula or the rules or regulations or variety of the principles that are working. All of that He has put. Like in 20th century, if somebody comes and tries to bring the cathode and anode together, the electricity should flow. In the same 21st century, in the beginning, if somebody tries to discover something which can fly in the sky, then a flight should be discovered. In the subsequent timings, technologically, if it has to grow, so this should be it like that. All of that rules, regulations, principles, everything Bhagavan has kept. And that kept things invented or discovered is the scientific growth which we are seeing. If that principle is not there, if those objects are not there, if the brain alive is not there of ours, so we could have not discovered all the technology science which the humanity is discovering day in and day out. Every day, so many researches are happening, which are leading to so many newer and newer discoveries in all fields. Ashcharya hai sara. So all of that is Bhagwan Sankalpa. ऐसा होना चाहिए. Then in his sankalpa, when everything reaches to a peak level, भौतिकवाद, दुष्टता, how the dissolution should happen, भगवान उसका भी कर दिए. Okay. So idagam sarvam asrujata yadidam kincha. So yadidam kincha idagam sarvam. That's why we said yad idam kincha idagam sarvam. Everything which is seen as idam, everything which you and I can conceive, perceive through all our faculties, all of that is made by him only. Okay, so if you see a tree, the entire tree and the drama that is going on in the tree, and the purpose of the tree and the substratum of the tree, support of the tree. Support of the tree is the earth and the roots. The drama of the tree is growing in the trunk and branches, leaves, etc. The purpose of the tree is the fruits giving, shadow giving, oxygen giving. All of that is called as Yadidam Kincho. What generally when we listen that Bhagavan created Srishti, we imagine is only sthula things Bhagavan created. No, Bhagavan himself appeared as the Kala and he himself is going on bringing the required changes and modifications in everything for its own evolution. As I said just now, Bhagavan is not only the Sthula Upadana Karana, Indriyas, Indriyoka functioning, Indriyadhisthana Devatas, in the form of all of that, he alone is. And that through his Sankalpa, he became many. Through the Sankalpa, it is all happening from the Lord's side. But from our side, it is a Sankalpa followed by the Kriya or the Karma. भगवान को क्रिया और कर्म करने का उपाधि से वक्त जरूरत नहीं है, उपाधि भी नहीं है. संकल्प is able to do the thing. Catch this point. And examples are plenty in all Puranas. Whenever any Bhakta does Bhagavan's tapasya, when Bhagavan comes, then the Bhakta is given a chance, then he asks for a boon. What Bhagavan does when the Bhakta asks a boon? Did Bhagavan go and start a factory? Did he go and purchase in some shop? Or did he go somewhere taking 1 month's leave from this Bhakta and prepare the thing what he wanted and gave and brought and gave? In all, what do we do? He says only Tathastu, wo ho jata hai. This we have to catch. He said Tathastu, but whatever they wanted, it is happening. Everything, be careful. That's how the Puranas help us to expansively understand what is said in Upanishad, especially such occasions. Some have asked for the material things, Bhagavan gave. Some have asked for the physical strengths, Bhagavan gave. Somebody asked for removal of the diseases, Bhagavan said, Tathastu, it happened. Some have asked the inner knowledges and intelligences, Bhagavan got Tathastu. You know that stories of Mahakavi Kalidasa or Tenali Ramakrishna. No, Kalidas ji, though he was really such a less knowledgeable, foolish person only. That Mahata is just written on his tongue, whatever they say, immediately has become Mahakavi. Sankalpa Matra se. You understand it? Sankalpa Matra se Sarvam Abhavatu. You understood? Therefore, the Puranic stories are expression or proof of Bhagavan's this Divya Sankalpa Shakti. Sankalpa Shakti here means Sa Tapotapyata Yasya Jnanamayan Tapaha. Okay? Now, after creation, what has he done? Sushtva kimakaroto tadeva sushtam jagat pravishta tat sushtva tadeva anupravishatu anupravishtavano iti. So, this is the discussion. Now we have started. Bhagavan has entered the creation made by him. Okay, now this is such an enchanting topic when it is deeply contemplated. Not only it gives some sublime understandings, but it resolves some of the meditational riddles. What exactly on the seat of meditation you have to do, such secrets are revealed if this portion is thoroughly understood. But thoroughly, every aspect of it. It takes little time, but if you give time, it happens. So, tatra atra etat chintyam. That is how the Purvapakshi and Siddhanti started. Let us contemplate. Tatra etat chintyam. What is to be chintyam? Anupravishat to hai. Shruti Mata said. Tatsushva tadeva anupravishat. We have to accept it. There is no discussion there. Then what is the chintyam? What is to be discussed? What is to be contemplated? Means katham anupravishat. Iti. How did he enter? We have to discuss. And how did he enter? There are two possibilities of entry. One is kim yah srashtaha sa tena eva atmana anupravishat. The creator, while creating in whatever the form he was, in that way has he entered. Other option, uta anyena, he got himself little bit changed and then he entered. Why this is coming the question? Because tva pratyaya shravanaatu. One point is what tasruštva tadeva anupravishat means having created, he only entered. So who entered is he only, nobody else entered. Please remember first point, basic. But when he himself entered, sa eva anupravishat, in what way? As he himself has entered, as he is or got changed into something else and entered. Now, in the subsequent 6-7 points of discussion, both are denied. Neither he has entered as he was as a cause, nor he has entered by becoming something else. Then what is the entry? That is the beautiful $1,000,000 discussion. So deny all other possible entries of Bhagavan. The discussion very thorough, very logical. Scripturals को भी दूसरी जगह का use करके the thought has been developed. And while listening to these discussions, you can see how our intellects become sharp, subtle. Like when we do our bhajan kirtana, how the mind becomes emotional and devotional. When we do the upasana of Shodashopachara puja, how our faculties become concentrated. Every hour sadhanas are of great, great consequence. So these topics make us think subtly, beautifully. So we have seen one, two, three, four things in that. Okay. Mhm. Um, First thing we saw was कि Bhagwan did not enter as the basic karana or the cause with which the effect Rupi Rupanama to the world has come. Always remember there are few things. One is Paramatma, second is through his Sankalpa, let us say he created, third he entered. The discussion is how did he enter? So, how did he enter? As he, the cause, he has not entered. Why? Because in the effect, cause is already there. Then how can he enter as if he is not there? Okay. Therefore, yatha tatham, as he has not entered. in the effect cause is already permeated. Please remember it. Therefore, in the effect called as Rupanama, the cause Paramatma, Parabrahma, as Satyam Jnanamanantam is already existing. By this, the whole world of names and forms are nothing but Satyam Jnanamanantam Brahma bataya gaya hai humko. That is the main fact. Because of our undue attention is on the Rupanama, we are not able to transcend our upadhis, which have the relation with the Rupanama ityadi. Either transcend the upadhis here, then we can rise above Rupanama, or totally deny or they reject Rupanama by devaluing them, then unko perceive karne wale, our upadhi we can transcend. In either the case, we can see this substratum. But now we are so much occupied with upadhi as well as upadhi seeing the world of Shabda Smarsha Ityadi or Rupanama. This is a very big impediment in spirituality. Yoga ho ya bhakti ho ya jnana ho. It doesn't allow ourselves to become atyanta sukshma, to apprehend the atyanta sukshma vastu. Like a servant has broken a cup saucer. Somebody is interested, the owner, on the broken cup saucer is so gross that he cannot think subtly ki what how it has happened and what are the feelings of that servant and how to balance the act which has happened. Suddenly he becomes angry and shouts and salary card denge, all that he talks. नहीं शुड इंक्वायर कि है कैसा हुआ रे बाबा वो इस तरह से हुआ है नहीं अब क्या करें साहब आप तो सैलरी से काट लो काटूंगा लेकिन थोड़ा थोड़ा या नहीं काटूंगा अच्छा कोई बात नहीं नेक्स्ट टाइम केयरफुल these are all subtle things is it not more subtler thing is what if my own son or grandson unknowingly does it do I charge him then nobody wants to break it just happens accidental कहते हैं उसको जिनकी दृष्टि स्थूल है he can't go to sukshma. So to the one you and I are always believing in the upadhi and as said in Ramayana yesterday with tadatmya with the upadhi annadi and dehendriyadi say so much tadatmya and the perception of the objects with the dehendriyadi are so enchanting to us habitually not really therefore we are lost here. Like the child, every day before going to college or school, he goes somewhere for some enchantment, some entertainment. It is only habitual, but actually the real joy is in study and growing only. पर उसको आदत हो गया इसलिए छोड़ नहीं सकता हो हमको भी उपाधियों से जगत को देखने का आदत इतना हो गया habit as well as vasanas that be attentive very important thought next one that we are not able to give them up because we are not able to give them up, we are not able to see what is the substratum behind them, what is the cause behind them. If we can devalue them, then we can discover Paramatma. Okay, so that is not the part of this discussion, but part of what to do to do sadhana, what sadhana to do to rise above the upadhis. So here the discussion is about Karana Rupena, it doesn't enter. Clear? Because already there. Then he says, it might have taken another form and entered. What form the Paramatma took and entered the created world of names and forms? Jivena Atmana Anupravishatu. He took the form of Jiva and entered. Because a Upanishad, Chandogya quotes also, Anena Jivena Atmana Anupravishat. The quotation there has different context, I tell you. Here Purvapakshi is quoting to suit his own thought. He gives an example like the mruda churna, a part of the mud powdered or any tukda, it can be put in the mud created pot. So pot is an effect, creation. The mud is the creator. Then the mud took another form, like a lump of clay or in a piece of clay, or it may be a churna of the clay and enters into the pot. You can put it. In the same way, as a jiva, Paramatma become as he became and took the form of Jiva and entered into Rupanamatmaka Jagatu. So the answer given to it is what? See, the mud can be broken into pieces. It's a gross thing it is. But that which is even subtler than the akasha, you cannot break into pieces and collect a sample of it. One point. Second is more crucial कि the mruda churna जो अंदर डाला है, there was a place where this mruda churna was not there. Therefore, it could be kept. It was made to enter. It was not there, therefore it was made to enter. Now, where is that place or thing where Brahman is not there? In the created world. Nowhere he is not, everywhere he is there. And here is where the earlier set point is very essential. What is that? Prajayeya. You know, in that Prajayeya, what was said? The birth of the world from the Lord is not like the birth of son from the father, wherein father and son are now separate physically. No, the birth of the world from the Lord in such a way that in the born world of Rupanama, Paramatma is fully permeated there. To answer that only, the creation is mentioned as the names and forms from unmanifest getting into manifestation. That's it. Remember, don't give value to the name and form as if they are real. Real is Parabrahma only. But the unmanifest Rupanama on Parabrahma only imagined, which is making as if the Sushti has happened on Parabrahma. Little careful, little conscious. So that one he can jodo here, then the thought is complete. His point is refuted. There is no place where his Brahman is not there. Brahman cannot be made into pieces or avayava. Therefore, like the mrut churna can be entering into the mrut made ghata. Ghata is the effect, the world. Mrud is the Brahman. Brahman took another form like mruda, the ghata, the mud. Then it entered. In this way entered like yeah, that is this way refute. ऐसा ब्रह्म का एंट्री नहीं हुआ इस सृष्टि में. This we saw yesterday. Okay. Mhm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Another example was Savayavam eva astu tarhi. Okay. Karanatmana he has not entered, and taking some other form also he has not entered. Karanatmana means as it was earlier. That way did not enter because already there in the Karya. Another form he has not taken and entered because there is no place where he is not there, and also it is so subtle that it cannot be made into pieces. It can be a part. The other point, what is that? So avayavam eva astu tarhi. And he might have taken an avayava rupa and he must have entered. Savayavatva. What is the example? Ki mukhe hasta praveshavat. See, mukha is also my own avayava. Hasta also is my own avayava. Is it not? Both are my parts only. So I have put my hand in my own mouth. So pravishat ho gaya. So I entered myself. है कि नहीं? I entered myself. I am there in the hand also. I am there in the mouth also. What are the hands and mouths? The hand and mouth, that is the avayava. So therefore, the created Rupanama is one avayava one of the Paramatma. And he might have entered as another avayava. As what? Jiva only. So Jiva may be an avayava and the Rupanama is another avayava. Into that it must have entered like the hand enters into the mouth. So in that way, Savayavam eva astu tarhi Savayavatvat mukhe asta praveshavat Nama Rupa Karye. So Nama Rupa Karya is one avayava. Jiva Atmana another avayava. Anupravesha yukta eva iti chet. No. For this again the answer is earlier one. Ki ashunya deshatvat. There is no desha where it is not there. Then, नहीं कार्यात्मना परिणतस्य नामरूप कार्य देश व्यतिरेकेण आत्मशून्यः प्रदेशः अस्ति Yam pravisheta jiva atmana. What a beautiful thought it is. So the entire Rupanamaatmaka Jagat mein already in and through the Karya Rupena Paramatma only is entered and staying it. Therefore, that first Rupanama as one Avayava, be attentive. Into that, the second Avayava called as Jiva, you entered. This is what you are saying, dear Murapakshi. कि if the जीव रूपेण एंट्री करना है, लाइक माउथ में स्पेस था इसलिए हाथ घुस गयो, खाली था. स्पेस मतलब क्या है? द एब्सेंस ऑफ द हैंड विच हैज टू एंटर, इज इट नॉट? तभी जाकर एंट्री करेगा. बट देन द कार्य रूप रूप नाम में always the Paramatma fully so much entered that there is no shunya pradesha for another avayava to enter as a jiva. एंट्री करने के लिए खाली जगह तो होना चाहिए. एंट्री की बात हो रही है यहाँ. अनुप्राविशतु इज द वन which we are discussing. So therefore he says नहीं कार्य आत्मना परिणतस्य, जो कार्य आत्मा के रूप में एक्सप्रेस हुआ है परम ब्रह्म, नाम रूप कार्य देश व्यतिरेकेण, you know, every nama, every rupa, every desha mein this Paramatma is already there. केन आत्मशून्य प्रदेश नास्ति. Yam pravishet jiva atmana, to enter as a jivatma. There is no space at all. Because every rupanama, which is a karya, is fully permeated by the Brahma, the Atma, the Karana. कुछ खाली होता तो. So he is talking about the entry of the hand into the mouth. In that way, jivatma entering into one another avayava called as रूपनामात्मक जगत. अरे रूपनामात्मक जगत भरा हुआ है ऑलरेडी. With what? With Karya Rupa Parinita Karana Rupa Brahma. Therefore, the one topic discussed is there is no space at all to enter. One thing. Second one is what? Karanam eva chet pravishet. Okay. The Karya Rupa Jagat mein Karana Brahma hai. Okay. So the Karya Rupa Jagat mein जीव ने प्रवेश नहीं किया. Then किस में प्रवेश किया? सिद्धांत is asking. पूर्वपक्षी says कारण रूप ब्रह्म में ही जीव ने प्रवेश किया, ऐसा माना तो कारणम एव चेत प्रविशेत जीवात्मत्वम, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? जीवात्मत्वम जह्यातु. अरे if jiva enters his karana, the brahma, he can't be staying there as jiva anymore. He'll have to give it up. Like the karana is mud, karya is the pot. If the pot enters its karana called as the mud, will there be pot anymore? So be careful here. The discussion is on one avayava entering into the other avayava. So one avayava is the jagat of Rupanama. So in that Rupanama jagat, Karanatma ke roop mein Paramatma already there. Paramatma only has taken the Karya Rupa in the form of Rupanama jagat. There is no place which is empty. Therefore, no chance for this another avayava jiva to enter. देन द पूर्व पक्षी सेज ठीक है, कार्य रूप परिणत रूप नाम में एंट्री नहीं किया है, कारण रूप पर ब्रह्म में एंट्री किया होगा. He says if it enters the jiva, the karan रूप पर ब्रह्म, it is like the pot entering into the mud. Its cause. It is not creation, it is dissolution. Then the pot cannot be there. Here also jiva cannot be there to conduct his vyavahara once he enters into Brahma. In fact, that is our ultimate goal also. So it is not possible. So pravished jiva atvatvam jahyat yatha ghata mrut praveshe ghatatvam jahati. Like the pot entering to the mud loses its potness. So to jiva entering to Brahma loses its jiva bhava. Therefore, in this way also you can't enter. कार्य रूप नामात्मक जगत में एंट्री नहीं किया क्योंकि देयर इज नो स्पेस. कारण रूप ब्रह्म में एंट्री नहीं किया क्योंकि ये रह नहीं जाएगा बाद में. इट लूजेस इट्स ओन एग्जिस्टेंस. ओके, घटत्वम जह्यात, इट लूजेस इट्स का जीव लक्षण, जीव भाव को खो जाता है. It will not exist at all. This is one. Okay. तदेव अनुप्राविशति च श्रुतेः न कारण अनुप्रवेशः युक्तः. Therefore, by तदेव अनुप्राविशेत, with this Shruti, कारण रूपेण अनुप्रवेश न युक्तः. So jiva entering into the karana, it is not possible. Okay. Okay. It is like, the contradiction there. Ki the karana became a karya as a jagat, and again that entered again back to karana. फिर कहाँ है जगत? दिख तो रहा है आपको. नहीं होना चाहिए otherwise if it enters. Okay. Then another discussion he takes. What is that? कि कार्य अंतरम एव स्यात् इति चेत. This is a very subtle discussion. Every one of them. Karya antaram means what? Ki one karya of Brahma is Rupa Nama. See, what are happening is ki Atma Rupena entry, another Rupena entry, Avayava Rupena entry, Karana Rupena entry, Brahma ka Brahma se बना हुआ सृष्टि में. पूर्व पक्षी trying to prove. The Siddhanti is logically refuting every one of them. But both of them commonly have to agree one thing. Ki the Bhagavan has entered into the Srishti. Why? Because Tat Srishtva Tadevanu Pravishat. Now the fifth point, the Purvapakshi raises is Karyantara Rupena and Karyantaram eva syaditi jet. So both are effects. So cause Rupena entry not possible. Taking some other form and entry is not possible. Then as an avayava also is not possible to enter. Now another thing I am saying, ki Brahma remaining one, he became one karya called Rupanama, he became another karya called Jiva. So this karya entered to that karya. ये हो सकता है. कार्य रूपेण, कारण रूप में एंट्री नहीं है, दूसरे रूप में एंट्री नहीं है, अवयव रूप में एंट्री नहीं है. सो कार्य रूप में तो हो सकता है. So one effect entering other. So karyantaram vyavasayati chet, he explains tadeva anupravishati jivatma rupam karyam nama rupa varinatam karyantaram eva apadyate iti chet. So taking another karya rupa, it is entering. Having said this statement, Purvapakshi explains what he means. What he means is one rupa, the Brahman took one karya rupa is Rupa Namatmaka Jagat. Another karya rupa he took as a jiva, and the jiva entered. हो गया entry. Whose entry is discussed finally? Brahma ka hi. What is the discussion starting with? Is his entry as he himself, or has he changed into something? Okay, himself he did not enter. Now he is entering as the other karya or the jiva. In what way is entered? That is being discussed. Every one of them are being refuted. So this question now is what? One effect of Brahman is Jagat, another effect of Brahman is Jiva, and Jiva entered Jagat. Therefore, who entered? Not Jiva entered Jagat, but Jiva Rupena Parinata Brahma only. Brahma का ही entry हमको दिखाना है पहले, mainly, finally. So Brahma became one as Jagat. Another one, he took the form of Jagat, Karya, another Jiva, which is another Karya entered. So one Karya entered into other Karya. Siddhanti says Virodhatu. He says it is Virodha, it is impossible, it is contradictory. What is contradictory? One effect cannot enter the other effect. How? Ki nahi घटः घटांतरम आपद्यते. One pot cannot enter to other pot. एंट्री की बात हो रही है. एक पॉट दूसरे पॉट में जाकर एंट्री थोड़ी करेगा, वो नहीं करेगा. So one karya cannot enter into other karya. Think about it, little cool. So therefore, the jiva is one karya, jagat another karya, jiva enters the jagat, and through jiva bhava, Paramatma is entering the jagat. That is not accepted. So nahi ghata ghataantaram apadyate. Then vyatireka shruti virodhacha. there will be a Shruti Virodha also will be there. Which Shruti? Vyatireka Shruti. What Vyatireka Shruti? Be careful here. Ki Jiva is different from the Rupanama. And the Rupanama are binding the Jiva. And Jiva is expected to come out of the Rupanama for his moksha. This being so, how do you justify the Jiva entered for his own bondage? So, Vyatireka Shruti Virodha. What Vyatireka Shruti? Ki Jivasya Namarupa Karya Vyatireka Anuvadinya Shrutaya Viruddhyaran. So Jiva is something always other than apart from the Rupanama. It is said in the various Shrutis, those Shrutis will be disturbed or harmed or disproved, which is not liked by any one of us. श्रुति को ये रूप नाम से हटकर जीव है ऐसा कहना है. श्रुति, that Shruti will be disturbed if your point of Jiva Rupena entry. Jiva is one Karya, Nama Rupa is another Karya, one Karya enter into other Karya, that type of point if you catch it. Okay? Tad apattau, if really that is accepted, that the Jiva entered into the Rupa Namadi, tad apattau, moksha asambhavacha, there will be no moksha possible at all. These are the very sublime discussions. What we are saying with words and what you are listening and analyzing in the intellect, I can't guarantee you how you are contemplating this one. If they say the moksha cannot be there, a very humorous example, the Bhashyakara says to prove that then there will be no liberation to the jiva because he himself by choice entering into that place where from he'll have to get liberated. एग्जाम्पल क्या हुआ कि नहीं यतः मुच्यमानः तदेव आपद्यते कि जहां से बचना है वही जाकर फंसना. You got the point? That's why I gave yesterday. You want to escape from the lion or tiger, and you are entering to a zoological park where the lion or tiger's place is there. Jiva should get rid of Rupanama. And you are making Jiva should enter into Rupanama. मोक्ष होगा ही नहीं उनका. Another example is नहीं श्रृंखलापति बद्धस्य तस्करादेः. Okay. The example I gave yesterday was Shunklapata Askarada means what? He is released because he is acquitted. He is told, अरे तुम रिलीज हो गए, अब चल ठीक है, तुमको चेन्स बांधते हैं. अरे रिलीज हो गए तो चेन छोड़ते हैं, बांधते थोड़ी हैं. If he is released after acquitting, for that whatever chains are there, that also are removed. Not the other way around, that new chains are put. So the जीव का मोक्ष नाम रूप से ही होना चाहिए. No, the jiva who is pursuing the moksha is made to enter into Rupanama, from which he needs to get moksha. ये ऐसी बात होगी. Therefore, when you are putting chains to that fellow on the name of releasing, vocally you are saying that you are releasing him, but actually what are you doing? You are really binding him on. In the same way, by saying that as one karya jiva, Parabrahma entered another karya jagatu, is like binding the jiva into the jagat of Rupanama, but the whole spirituality is for the liberation of the jiva from Rupanama. Therefore, as one karya entering other karya is not possible for both reasons. One is one pot cannot enter the other pot. Second is the Shruti Virod ho jayega, जहाँ मोक्ष प्रसन्न श्रुति विरोधित है. सेकंड पॉइंट, देन मोक्ष का संभावना ही नहीं होगा. थर्ड पॉइंट, because of these three reasons, in this way as one karya enter into other karya, मतलब एक कार्य के रूप में बदला हुआ ब्रह्म में दूसरे कार्य रूप में बदला हुआ ब्रह्म ने एंट्री किया. For these many discussions, the base is what Shruti Mata स्पष्ट रूप से she did not say. She said tat sushtva tadeva anupravishat. Sushtva she said, sushtva is nama rupe. But in what way he entered, she did not say. That's why we are chintyam. Etat chintate. That's why we are contemplating. That's why we are discussing. So in that way also it is discussed and refuted. Then the next one we saw yesterday. कि बाह्य अभ्यंतर भेदेन परिणतमिति चेत्, is it not another way of entry of Paramatma in the Jagat? Like a outside inside relation. The person is outside, then he entered into house inside. In this way, if it is there, Bahya Abhyantara Bhedena Parinatamithi Chet. So Tadeva Karanam Brahma Shariradi Adharatvena Tadanta Jivatmana Adheyatvena Cha Parinatamiti Chet. One Brahma only became the Adhara. What is the Adhara? Ki Sharira Adi. And the other same Brahman have become another thing called Adheya. What is the Adheya? Jivatma. Adhara means the container. Adheya is content. So the content can enter into the container. So the Jagat created is content container. Jiva is a content. So content container Adhara Adheya. डब्बा और अंदर चीनी इस तरह से है ना ये एंट्री लगाया होगा. दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन ही आस्क्ड. तो ना वही बहिष्ठस्य प्रवेशोपपत्ते हैं. अरे भैया वेरी वेरी गुड डिस्कशन ये है कि व्हेन यू पुट ए लड्डू इन ए डब्बा, द डब्बा के अंदर नहीं है, लड्डू बाहर है. दैट इज हाउ यू आर एबल टू पुट इट इनसाइड दैट प्लास्टिक डब्बा वॉट एवर दुकान से खरीद के लाए. दे गिव इन सम टाइप ऑफ पॉलिथीन और दिस और दैट about which we have no faith should not also. Therefore, you just put that in your own house properly washed utensil. So, बाह्य अभ्यंतर बहिष्ठस्य प्रवेश उपपत्तेः. हम्म. हम्म. So, बहिष्ठस्य प्रवेश उपपत्तेः. हम्म. So, नहीं यो यस्य अंतस्तः सः एव तत्प्रविष्टः इति उच्यते. तो ऑलरेडी जो अंदर है वो अंदर है करके आप कैसे कह सकते हो? So the Parabrahma, the Jivatma is already inside the Brahman. He cannot be ever outside. So when he is already inside the Brahman, then how can you make a re-entry of him? Like a person outside the house is there, you can say, "Arey andar aa gaya." But already andar हुए बंदे को, he has come inside, you can't say. Or please come in to whom? Who is already inside. इन मूवियों में बताते हैं कोई बंदा बिना पूछे अंदर आ गया तो वो बोलते सर मैं कम इन सर. अरे आ तो गए तुम. Is it not? Please welcome, but anyway you came. That's only a formal way of saying. But otherwise, which is already inside cannot enter. So the jiva already is inside Brahman only. So how can he enter if he as if he is not there inside? So बहिष्ठस्य प्रवेश उपपत्तेः बहिष्ठस्य प्रवेश उपपत्तेः नहि यो यस्य अन्तस्तः सः एव तत् प्रविष्टः इति उच्यते. How come Jiva is inside Brahman? Because Brahman is all pervading. If he is all pervading, then anything else, if it has to be there, it has to be there in the Brahman only, na? Therefore, जीव अगर है तो वो ब्रह्म में ही होना चाहिए. So already प्रवेश कर चुके हैं. Therefore, बहिष्ठस्य अनुप्रवेशः स्यात् प्रवेश शब्द अर्थस्य एवं दृष्टत्वात्. हमको तो थोड़ा ये समझ है बेटा, हम गलत है तो ठीक कर लेना कि हम तो समझते हैं जो बाहर है उसको अंदर जाने के लिए प्रवेश शब्द को यूज करते. सो इज ए सरकास्टिक वे ऑफ सेइंग. हमको नहीं पता कि बाहर वाले को बाहर जाने को अंदर जाओ बोलते हैं या ऑलरेडी जो अंदर है उस बंदे को अंदर करवाने के लिए अंदर आओ बोलते हैं. दैट आई डोंट नो. हमको तो अभी तक लगा कि जो बाहर है उसको अंदर जाने के लिए अंदर आओ कहते हैं, वो अंदर जाता है. There is entry of the thing which is not inside, it is outside. That is what is our knowledge so far. First time we are listening from you that the thing which is already inside is entering. See the sarcasm. है ना मजेदार ही हो. शंकर भगवान uses this things in some places, you have to be very alert to catch it. So, कि बहिष्टस्य अनुप्रवेशः स्यात्, प्रवेश शब्द अर्थस्य एवं दुष्टत्वात्. जनरली तो हम समझते हैं प्रवेश का अर्थ क्या है कि वो प्रवेश नहीं किया है, अब कर रहा है. बट इन योर सेंस ऑलरेडी एंटर्ड का एंट्री लगवा रहे हो, ब्रह्मन में ऑलरेडी जीव एंटर कर चुके हैं. तो यथा गृहं कृत्वा प्राविशदिति. So he made a house and he entered it. That is generally we think. But already is inside the jiva, the Brahma mein, how can he make an entry? Okay. After this is also done, Purva Pakshi now takes up the last discussion. Or Purva Pakshi got frustrated. He is doonding in what way I should make the Brahma enter the Srishti. Then our own Siddhanti comes to his help and rescue. अरे बेटा, तू और एक सोच रहा होगा कि इस तरह से भी एंट्री का संभावना हो सकता है, कम से कम वो भी नहीं. So you might be thinking like that the Brahman has entered into this Jagat like this. Jagat is created by him, Tat Srishtva. He entered into that, Tadeva Anupravishat. So that's what we are discussing. So the last discussion is what? कि जल सूर्य का आदि प्रतिबिंबवत प्रवेशः स्यात् इति चेत. So this is what you are thinking. That जल सूर्य का आदिवत जल सूर्य का आदि प्रतिबिंबवत. So the Lord Surya entered into the Jala as Pratibimba. See, it has not entered also and entered also. So, not entered, you are all discussing for so many reasons. All of them are satisfied. But do you see the Surya in the water or not? Yeah, very much. Therefore, entry lag gaya, lag gaya. So, therefore, he might have entered as Pratibimba. Parabrahma entered as Pratibimba in the its creation, Rupanama. रूपनामात्मक जगत में परमात्मा प्रतिबिंब के रूप में प्रवेश किया होगा इति चेत. ऐसा है तो व्हाट इज इट? न, हर एक चीज को आप ना बोलते हो. अब आपके पास एक्सप्लेनेशन है ही भी, अब बताओ व्हाट इज द एक्सप्लेनेशन फॉर दिस. नाउ सी, सो डिफिकल्ट है ही नहीं, सो सिंपल कि व्हेन ए सूर्य प्रतिबिंब इज हैपनिंग इन द वाटर और एनी मिरर और एनी रिफ्लेक्टिंग सरफेस, how many conditions are required for it to happen? In Brahman, they are not at all there. Therefore, the entry of a Brahma in the Jagat, like the entry of sun in the water as a reflection, is not possible. What are the conditionings? चार पांच बता रहे हैं, ध्यान से सुन लेना कि वन इज अपरिच्छिन्नत्वात्, टू इज अमूर्तत्वात् च. Two things is explaining, remaining things बाद में. So, aparichinnatvat and amurtatvat. This is a statement that will be explained. The meaning of the statement is कि Lord Parabrahma is aparichinna, is unlimited, is infinite, it is unconditional. Parichinna is limited, conditional. Aparichinna is unlimited, unconditional. He is infinite. Second is amurtatvat, means he has not got a murti or the form. So he is formless and endless. Okay. Now taking the example of the sun, he is refuting it. What it is? Ki parichinnasya, be attentive, one condition. Parichinnasya, that which is limited. Murtasya, be careful, listen, that which has a form. Anyasya, that which is other than the reflecting media. For anyatra, it should be staying at a far off place. Fifth one, prasada swabhavake. When the reflecting media is very crystal clear and neat, in that jala adi madhyama surya ka adi pratibimba udayah syat. The reflection of the surya can be possible. So what are the 4-5 things? First thing is what? Parichinnasya. It should be limited. It should not be infinite. Second is murtasya. It should have a form. Third one, anyasya. It should be other than the reflecting medium. Fourth one, anyatra. It should be far away. Fifth one, prasada svabhavake. The nature of that reflecting media should be soft and should be very neat and clean. प्रसाद स्वभाव के such type of जल में कि सूर्य का आदि प्रतिबिंब उदय स्यात्. Okay, so first thing is what? Jala is here, Surya is there. Distance हो गया. जला अलग, सूर्य अलग, अलगपन हो गया. जल सूर्य has got a form, मूर्तत्वात्, and Surya is limited. In the infinite space is like only speck small. तो सूर्य भगवान का परिच्छिन्नता है, सूर्य भगवान का मूर्ति है, सूर्य भगवान जल से अलग है, सूर्य भगवान जल से बहुत दूर है, और जल स्वच्छ है ना. In impure water it won't be. Then only the Surya reflection is there in the waters. Now apply all these things to Parabrahma. Is Parabrahma Parichinna? No. He is all permeating. He is permeating even the waters, which you are expecting it to illuminate, or any such media illumination or reflection के लिए, that reflecting media, whatever you may talk about, that is already occupied by Brahman, because Brahman is all pervading. Here Surya is not pervading the jala. He is somewhat far away, not permeating already. Therefore, here reflection is possible. So, any reflecting media you talk about, that will be already permeated by Brahman, because Brahman being aparichinna. That's what aparichinnatvad murtatva, amurtatva. Second is what? What murti you have? Parabrahma ka. See that important thing? कोई रिफ्लेक्शन होना है तो मूर्ति होना चाहिए ना. तो भगवान का कोई भी स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण कोई रूप है ही नहीं है. Is it not? No, a मूर्ति है ही नहीं भगवान का ना. With this only, even the medium of reflection also can be refuted. Which is the medium then to reflect? When Bhagavan has no murti, because reflecting media also should have a murti or a form. So, aparichinna hai, all pervading, not like sun ki one place localized, that he is able to reflect in the water. Bhagavan is all pervading. He cannot. There is no place where he is not there for him to get reflected. Second, he has got no murti. There's a form for Parabrahma to get reflection in the reflecting media, anything. Okay? Natu atmanaha amurtatvatu. Then second one is what? Ki amurtatva, there is no murti to the Lord, that is said. Second one is what? It is aparichinna, that is explained here. Ki akashadi karanasya atmanaha vyapakatvat. देखो, everything in the world is permeated by आकाश. अब आकाश का भी कारण रूपी पर ब्रह्म everywhere is there. He is अपरिच्छिन्न, अमूर्त भी है. Therefore, तद विप्रकृष्ट देश प्रतिबिंब आधार वस्तु अंतर्भावात्. देखो, तद विप्रकृष्ट मतलब इस परब्रह्म से दूर ले जाया गया देश, दूर जगह, तद विप्रकृष्ट देश में प्रतिबिंब आधार, प्रतिबिंब के आधार रूपी वस्तु अंतर अभावात्, देयर इज नो ऑब्जेक्ट पॉसिबल. सो सूर्य भगवान से बहुत दूर में सूर्य से हटकर एक जल है, इसलिए सूर्य इज एबल टू गेट रिफ्लेक्टेड. दैट आल्सो बिकॉज इज परिच्छिन्न एंड इज मूर्तिमान. सो फर्स्ट परब्रह्म इज अमूर्तिमान. Second is being a cause of even Akasha is everywhere there. Therefore, in reflecting media, apart from him, other than him, distant from him, होने का चांस नहीं है in which he can reflect. You are explaining an example. Example में ठीक है. Because of these 4-5 conditions, the example में just Surya getting reflected in the sun, in the water. But that's not possible in the case of Parabrahma getting reflected. एक मूर्ति नहीं है. सेकंड, बीइंग आकाश का भी कारण होने से सर्वव्यापक है. बिकॉज ये सर्वव्यापक, देयर इज नो ऑब्जेक्ट डिस्टेंट फ्रॉम हिम which can become a medium for the reflection where he can reflect. Like this distant object called as water, away from the sun, far off, where he can reflect. He is already everywhere there. There is no place, there is no reflecting medium possible only. अलग होना है, दूर होना है, तभी जाकर उसमें रिफ्लेक्शन होगा। लाइक यू आर चिपक गया आप आईने को पकड़कर, इफ यू आर हगिंग, you can't see your reflection there. You have to maintain a distance and decency from the mirror, and you should be murta and you should be limited. Then only the reflection happens in a mirror or water. See the how question direct, when the point he proposed, it looks to be nice. What is that? Like the sun entered into the water. Very good. Without entry, he made an entry because you can see the sun. In that way, Brahman entered into any reflecting media, है ना? अनुप्राविशत नॉट पॉसिबल बिकॉज रिफ्लेक्शन होने के लिए बिंब प्रतिबिंब के बीच में जो जो भी समझौता समझदारी होना है वो ब्रह्म के हिसाब में किस्से में नॉट पॉसिबल. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ब्रह्म हैज नो मूर्ति, दैट इज इनफ टू रेफ्यूट रिफ्लेक्शन बाद. वो जो मूर्ति है उसके रिफ्लेक्शन होता है, नहीं तो कैसा होगा? मूर्ति नहीं है, देन इज अपरिचिन्न. Because is aparichinna permeating everywhere, there cannot be a other reflecting media other than him for him to get reflected. So आत्मनः व्यापकत्वात् तद विप्रकृष्ट देश प्रतिबिंब आधार वस्तु अंतर अभावात् न प्रतिबिंबवत् प्रवेशः च therefore च प्रतिबिंबवत् प्रवेशः न युक्तः. Oh my dear child, you might be thinking about he has a pratibimba, the Lord must have entered the jagat, that also is refuted, rejected, not possible. So प्रतिबिंब रूप में प्रवेश नहीं है, कार्यांतर रूप में प्रवेश नहीं है, अवयव के रूप में प्रवेश नहीं है, अन्य रूप लेकर प्रवेश नहीं है, कारण रूप में भी प्रवेश नहीं. This is what we are discussing from yesterday. No problem. But the Shruti says, Tatshrutva tadeva anupravish. We have to accept Mata Shruti also. We cannot say she is wrong. अब देखो पूर्व पक्षी का होश उड़ गया. अब he has lost all his patience. He has tried all the ways to prove the entry because he is honest to Shruti Mata only. Now this is the only place or very rare places like this. Both of them are fighting against the same point. दोनों को एंट्री पसंद है बिकॉज श्रुति माता सेट. But still there is a fighting between Siddhanta and Purvapakshi where every way of entry Purvapakshi is trying to propose, Bhagavan is rejecting. Generally, the Siddhanti talks Virodha to the Shruti. Then, Purvapakshi talks Virodha to Shruti, Siddhanti sets him right. Here is the other way around. Purvapakshi is trying to say what Shruti says is right. Ki tatrushtva tadevanu pravishat. Siddhanta is every time is proving he is wrong, he is wrong. Why? Because this way of entry is not correct. Then what is the way of entry? Entry तो है, सिद्धांत will not fight. सिद्धांत ये नहीं कह रहा है कि नहीं सृष्टि में प्रवेश नहीं हुआ, बट इस तरीके से नहीं हुआ, another तरीका. That's a very important, very beautiful, very, what to say, miraculous explanation that is. If somebody catches even that point, he is really highly spiritual person. ये सारे चीजें ना जस्ट लाइक समझ में नहीं आते. ओनली व्हेन वी श्रुति कृपा, गुरु कृपा, ईश्वर कृपा इन्वोक्ड with lot of upasanas, when we get subtle intuitive intellect, then we try to then we understand, and the consequence of this understanding is ending up so many questions or discussions. In that angle I will not explain, we will only stick to the Bhashyam. Now all the limitations were crossed of his patience of the Purvapakshi. Then he shouts, not shouts, but he says, कि एवं तरहि न एव अस्ति प्रवेशः. In this way, whatever I say, you are disproving, then there is no pravesha happened only of Brahman in the created Jagat. गुस्सा आ गया उसको. एवं तरी न एव अस्ति प्रवेशः. And then he is hitting his head onto the wall also. कि न च गत्यंतरम उपलभामहे तदेवानुप्राविशत इति श्रुतेः. The Shrutis Vakya of Tadeva Anupravishat, to reach to this conclusion, Gatyantaram is a Telugu word. Many Telugu में use करते हैं इसको बहुत frequently. गत्यंतरम नहीं है, गत्यंतर नहीं है मतलब देयर इज नो अदर वे. Like in some movies, the villain closes all doors for the hero to go and get money for loan. So ultimately, the hero has to come to the villain only for asking loan. That's called Gatyantaram. Nahi hai. Gati Antaram. Gati means another goal. Antaram means alternative. Nahi hai means nahi rehna. So, Nagatyantaramasti. So, he is feeling bad. Here, what Shruti Mata said as Tadevanu Pravishad to prove that every channel, every way, every door I knocked and tried, everyone is failed because Siddhanti. I don't find any other Gatyantaram to accept what Shruti said is right. So, न गत्यंतरम उपलभामहे न च गत्यंतरम उपलभामहे तदेव अनुप्राविशत इति श्रुतेः. So, तदेव अनुप्राविशत इति श्रुति मंत्र to prove that there is no गति. सारे दरवाजे बंद हो गए, सब कुछ हो गया. Therefore, again he feels so bad. What is that? Shruti cha naha atindriya विषये विज्ञान उत्पत्तो निमित्तम. And for us, for the atindriya विषय ज्ञान, Shruti is the karana for us. Shruti is the cause for, or the substratum for, or the authority for अतीन्द्रिय ज्ञान विषय. श्रुति कॉज है. अब श्रुति के ज्ञान को ही प्रूव कर नहीं पा रहे हम, श्रुति ने जो कहा. सो श्रुति च नह अतीन्द्रिय विषय विज्ञान उत्पत्तो निमित्तम. सो अतीन्द्रिय विषय कॉल्ड एज ब्रह्म, उसके विज्ञान के उत्पत्ति में श्रुति इज द कारण फॉर अस. न च अस्माद् वाक्यात् यत्नवतामपि विज्ञानम् उत्पद्यते. But from this sentence, how much ever we try, the meaning is not coming out too. Because the literal meaning of the sentence is, having created the world, the same Brahma entered the world. That entry should be meaningful, no? By all means we tried, it is disproved, the entry, the sentence is disproved of Shruti Mata. So, nacha asmad vakyat, from this statement of Tadeva Anupravishat, यत्नवताम अभी विज्ञानम न उत्पद्यते. अब कितना भी कोशिश करो विज्ञान मिल ही नहीं रहा, एंड विज्ञान देने के लिए श्रुति माता है, तो श्रुति का विरोध हो रहा है. हंता तरहि अनर्थकत्वात् अपोह्यम एतद् वाक्यम. Therefore, this sentence is not giving any substantial meaning. Therefore, this Vakya should be apohyam, selected and deleted from the Upanishad to Shruti Mata. Tat Sushva Tadeva Anupravishaditi. Not at all valid to be there in the Shruti. Shruti should give us Atindriya Jnanam. That's the only source. Now, this sentence we try to understand by all means, but it is not becoming anartha only. So an anartha thing should not exist in the Shruti. Therefore, select and delete this sentence from the Shruti Mata. Because to maintain the sanctity of the Shruti, that she is the authority for any of the Atindriya Jnanam. It is the sanctity of the Shruti Mata, that she is authority for any Atindriya Jnanam. In the Shruti Mata, this sentence is like a wound only, because it is proved to be anarthakam. Why? Because by all means we try to understand how the Brahma made entry into the created Jagat, which is the sentence of the Shruti. None of the answers were, none of the entries were proved to be correct. So Shruti ka vakya tadeva anupravishat. Tadeva anupravishat, by all means it is disproved. Therefore, Shruti Vakya became meaningless. But Shruti Vakya should be meaningful. Shruti should be meaningful. So, how to manage that? Let the Shruti remain in all other aspects, but this particular sentence, apohyam etad vakyam, should be selected and deleted. So that the purity of the Shruti Mata remains, that for the Atindriya Vishayas, she is the authority for the Jnana. तदेव अनुप्रावशति वाक्यम एतत् अनर्थकत्वात् अपोह्यमो. When he that way lost and exhausted and tired and fatigued, and says he select a sentence को हम फेंक देंगे because अनुप्राविष्ट हो ही नहीं रहा. Then our Guru Maharaj, the Siddhanti, takes the position or mic and starts answering. कि अनार्थ अन्यार्थत्वातु. अरे बेटा, I have refuted all your points, all your ways of entry of Paramatma into the Jagat is not to refute you or not to refute the Shruti Mata sentence. How can I do that? I am a Siddhanti. My only goal is to prove what is Shruti Mata said is right. But then why did you do? Because not this way the entry. Because you are always conditioned in your mind by the words meaning entry means a चीज जो बाहर है उसने enter किया. Throughout your life you are looking at the things like this, you are seeing the things like this, therefore you are thinking that way. Though the word is used by Shruti is anupravishat only, but it has to be understood in a different meaning, different way. अन्यार्थत्वात्, है ना? Very, very beautiful discussion here will happen. How he proves the two most important things in this, how Parabrahma has entered the creation made by him. Anyarthatvat, then kimartam asthane charcha. Asthane charcha means what? Why are you getting fed up and getting disturbed and wanting to remove even the sentence of the Shruti Mata? हम तो इसके लिए थोड़ी बैठे हैं कि श्रुति को डिस्प्रूव करने के लिए. आपका अस्थान चर्चा हो रहा है. व्हाट इज अस्थान चर्चा? वेयर पीपल हैव सैट टुगेदर ओनली टू रेफ्यूट और ओनली टू रिजेक्ट. दैट्स कॉल्ड अस्थान चर्चा. We are here together to understand Shruti Mata only. We are friends that way. As a Purvapakshi, you ask question, I answer, but both of us only are here to understand what is Shruti said as correct. So what we have come is to understand Shruti, and what we are doing is wanted to delete one sentence of Shruti Mata. तो ये चर्चा तो स्थान है, तो असंदर्भ है ये. We are doing wrong thing. We have come for some different purpose. So don't say that it should be removed. But you only told कि no entry possible whenever I put every way of possibility. कारण रूप में मैंने कहा, अन्य रूप में मैंने कहा, अवयव रूप में मैंने कहा, अन्य अनदर कार्य रूप में मैंने कहा, अंग प्रत्यंग रूप में मैंने कहा, बाह्य अभ्यंतर रूप में मैंने कहा. Every way you have said no, 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 no. Baba, there is another meaning for it, in which when you put your dimaka, then you will understand how Paramatma has entered. And this entry of Paramatma is entry without entry. What it is, you come tomorrow, I will talk it today. Okay? प्रकृतो ही अन्यव्यक्षिता से वाक्य से अर्थ अस्ति. अरे बाबा, don't forget the whole reference to context. Where from all these discussions started, if you see the whole sequence of events, then from that standpoint, and you see what is said here has to be understood in a different manner, not this way. So, invoking the Lord, all Badrinath, Kedarnath, Ganga Maya, Yamuna Maya, may they reveal to us tomorrow how Bhagwan has entered into the world. Don't miss tomorrow's class. Tomorrow we'll study. Om, 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 Om. ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः. हरिः ॐ. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. परमऋषिभ्यो नमः. परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रुतिमात्रे नमः. ॐ तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. So a semi-nastika can ask a question कि सृष्टवा कह दिया ना, कर दिया है सृष्टि, आप प्रवेश किया हो ना किया हो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, छोड़ो सेंटेंस को. No, two reasons. Whenever Shruti says something, we have to accept. Second is what? In that anupravesha aspect of Brahman, in the in the Jagat, Shrishta Jagat alone is our sadhana hidden for our moksha. That is why the importance of this thing. किया होगा ना किया क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Somebody can who is not interested, ठीक है नहीं किया हो गया किया हो. ना 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 ना. One is श्रुति माता को हमने इसी जगह पे हमारा टेस्ट होता है कि are we understanding what she is meaning. Second is practically this understanding of this alone is the basis for ultimate actual spiritual sadhana. Therefore, that has to be discussed. You cannot blindly also accept हाँ प्रवेश किया होगा. You have to analyze how it has entered. Then only the sadhana can happen. Nor with all these logics said, you refuse. Like the Purvapakshi says, चलो you apokhyam only. He should be deleted only this sentence. वो भी नहीं करना चाहिए. श्रुति का हमें इंसल्ट नहीं करना चाहिए. कैसा सत्य है श्रुति माता हमको प्रूव करना है और उसी में साधना भी है. Tomorrow we'll see. Thank you. Om Namo Narayana. Om Shri. एक उंगली वाला टाइपिंग.